is a death ball composition here for DRX. It is for Hanwha too, but it's a lower ranged one as Klid is going to be the flanker. TP from Zeka. He's got ult. One last chance.
Here's an opportunity. The Scion ult goes into the Cho'Gath. This flash ult from Life pretty early. The ult from Zeka misses everybody. Does no damage in the trade. Maybe scrapes the Cho'Gath. I guess DRX are just going to walk in with the Baron and end the game.
Easy peasy, I guess is how it goes here for DRX. You pick Zeka a few times. You've got control over the Drakes. Better tank wins the R5 Cho'Gath, the hero of the day. What a weird game we watched.
Let's see, I mean, Viper, he has to flash the Q. Oh, man. It's not feeling good for him as now Maokai ultimate comes through. He is going to cleanse. He's like, please let me do damage in this game. I would love to. As Kingen is going to frontline a little bit. Viper is going off on the left side as Kingen moves forward, tries to get an engage here. There's the grasp, and Rascal is just unkillable. He's still alive here, and Viper not going to get the shutdown. That is the stopwatch value.
There you
Kills
go.
the Draven. As, okay, some damage being taken away. Ducktom is going to go down, and DRX, can they end? I mean, Zeka's still here. He's incredibly low, but he will be able to take down the Maokai.
And this is with Elder spawning in 35 seconds, Valdez. No Ducktom, no Fate, no
Game not over.
Game is not over till it's over. Now, they will have to deal with this wave of super minions, but they did not get the mid inhibitor, so it's only one wave of super minions to deal with here, as this is where it starts to look really doomed. Zeka's flanking, there's an Azir turret. He actually does not really hit with his ultimate. Ducktom with a beautiful sidestep here on the Varus, and now Zeka's out of the fight. DRX push through. You freeze frame right here, the game looks over 100%, 10 out of 10 realities, you know? And then Zonia's flashes over the wall, and Rascal just does too much. He's actually just done a ton of damage here, and everyone on the other side of the pit can still impact this fight. Barrel can Q over the wall, etc. They're just going to push to end it. Hanwha
What is
caught out.
They don't have any turrets.
They're caught out here. They cannot back.
Zeka's going to have to unbound. I think this is it. Viper's coming back, though. Does he still have Elder? He does, but they're just diving on him, and he's dead. And down will go the Nexus. That is the end of the game. DRX will not have any of your Baron shenanigans, and they will take game number 1.
Really wish we got to see what happened there before the push mid, because it looks like Hanwha Life Esports was trying to take a very greedy Baron, at least fighting for vision there, expecting perhaps that DRX were taking it. That's what we can, successfully theorize, but might get a replay of it later. Either way, we were in that Elder replay, we come out, and all of Hanwha are getting stopped on their backs by Barrel, who's just chucking Qs at these players and preventing them from going home. And DRX starting off our Saturday showdown with a great R5 counter pick, controlling team fight, shutting down Zeka. And I think Zeka played extremely well in this Yone. He made all the right decisions inside. He got ahead early.
And they are trying to just dunk on top of Rascal, but he will flash away Klin in a rough spot, but a big knockup from Kingen. Immediately a kill does come out from Fade, and finally Zeka pulls the trigger, but it's a little bit too late in this fight. They've already lost their front line, and Zeka will go down as Ducktom just shreds them at the end of this fight.
He's just caught by that teleport there, and even with Kingen having a big ultimate there, there's no follow-up damage. Viper's range, again, is somewhat of an issue here, and Ducktom is doing a ton of it. And DRX gonna take Infernal Soul here, 23-30.
Wow.
And I gotta say, this game is very quickly kind of snowballing away from HLE. Rod of Age is not done yet. That's not really what this is about. It's about, okay, Draven has a massive lead, got that second item early, but what can he do in fights if he cannot actually close the gap? But here, going to try to get some information, but he's like, oh, they didn't even start it yet. This deal's going to be rough. He's got Smite and Repel.
Well, they're going to see that. TP into the bottom lane here from Kingen. They will have to let this one go.
So Baron and Infernal Soul. It's looking very good for DRX right now. HLE will grab with King in this bottom turret, but Klid? Question mark?
Well, Soraka is coming up here with the cast, and he's buying a lot of time, but he's going north. So, okay. Well, he's just going to essentially give that one away. You see his reaction to the cam. He is not happy.
His stopwatch is broken for this too, and there's no play. Kingen.
He just assumed they were all going to back after the Baron, but they didn't. You got to be sure.
You have to be sure, or you will be punished. This game has fallen away from Hanwha so quickly.
Zeka is here. He's going 1v5. He's just trying to take them all down. He still has Zanya, so that's totally fine, as he will actually get sniped there by DuckDom. And they don't have any waves.
They don't have waves, but they will shortly. DuckDom doesn't have an ult. 20 seconds on Jace, barrel up in 10. Looks like this game is going to end with this next push of super minions. There's just not enough damage here to stave off the pressure. Everyone's too healthy. DuckDom's trying his best. Viper doesn't care about range anymore.
Yeah, even the Maokai, you see Krako's trying to throw in tree, and so they're actually going to back away. And, I mean...
40 seconds on this Elder.
Yeah, they lose that fight, they lose Elder, maybe they lose the game. Elder against a poke comp, well, against a poke comp with Elder, not a fun spot.
This is where things go really disastrously as they're trying to clear up vision and set up for what will be potentially the last fight of the game, right? Fake gets caught here. He's instantly deleted. Zeka's killing Barrow on the backside, and they're all chased down. And if they're not playing more mobile champions here, like, this is the end of the game, 100%, even with the TP coming through here.
Here we go again.
Barrow.
That time it's going to be Beryl, as he does get taken out by Clid. And that is right before the Elder Drake fight, the second one of this game.
Now, even with the support down here with no turrets, I mean, Barrow was struggling to get in there to set those turrets up. That's why he died. There's still a lot of poke.
This is Kingin. I mean, he's really tanky. You're not going to be able to get through him. He has Stone Plate as they throw everything into an Ornn and maybe a moment of tilt. 4v5 not going to happen. This should be Hanwha Life Esports game, as they are able to take a massive Elder Drake fight. Clid is able to hit the smite, and now they should be able to push and end this one.
They didn't play it slow. They didn't use their poke. They're trying to use everything on the Ornn and try to burst him down. Well, as you say, he has Stone Plate.
Well,
and he catches. Doesn't matter, I think, ultimately, but Rascal just going to watch the fireworks.
Yeah. Down it goes. That's the Nexus. Zeka very much happy with the way that this game did, and not punished for his Kassadin, and not punished in the game either. I think he's able to do an insane amount of damage towards the end of that game.
You look at the Hanwha Life Esports players' faces here, you can feel some of the relief, but it's not a satisfying win because you know that this was on a nice edge. You had a 2-item Draven so early in the game. You had a 6-0 kill lead, and the game almost slipped through your fingers. Clid got the X in the POG spot for me because he hits that Elder Smite. Without that, this game looks completely different. I think that
take the Zeus test today. Used to be the Keen test, but I think Zeus currently the strongest top laner in our league.
Fiesta, I think, coming into this season as a lot of people considering him to be the weakest part of this roster. I think he's had a lot of great games. He's solo killed Showmaker earlier on this season. And I think ever since that moment, this team has just had, I think, a lot of fun on the Rift, regardless of win or loss here. And you've got to take this as I'm a rookie squad, almost like this is a promotion team that came up from Challengers, because that is essentially where we are in terms of where the experience is on this roster. Yeah, Challengers champions, but the skill disparity between that league.
Back. As now, Owner has not revealed himself just yet. He's going in onto Sylvie here. The flash misses, but he's got Zeus coming in from the top side. There is the stun. And again, Sylvie doesn't have flash, so they can just immediately flash on him as another flail will come out. And Sylvie is trying to get through the acceleration gate, and he will get away. And that's 2 flashes used by Zeus and Owner to try to take down the Spider.
Zindan pushes the wave in, goes over and grabs acceleration gate so he can get out, hits both cocoons, and gets away without flash. So 2 flashes expended here, and you feel really good about this as Nongshim. This will be Faker trying to come over there and stop this.
Insane win rate.
Yeah, I mean...
Let's see if he can do it. 1v3. Doing a pretty good job so far. He flashes, but the repel, again, very, very strong, and they finally do get the kill.
Good aggro.
Oh, man.
Oh, he stepped out because he's got only 1 shot left. It was until that moment great juggling of the aggro on the turret.
It was all going so well.
Guma did the smallest wall ride dash in Zeri history and had a great flash there. Really impressive jukes from him to actually get that extra turret shot off. I think that situation could have been much worse if he didn't play it so well. So it's a kill for the Aphelios, and kill for Peter on this Nautilus, but it's traded back. Guma picks one up himself. Keria,
That was so close.
Faker doesn't flash, man. Never afraid. Not for a moment.
Uh-oh, Sylvie in a bad spot here. He doesn't have flash. He's going to repel it here to the ward, but he is just dead. We'll see who they give this kill over to. Faker's like, no, we're not feeding this, Zeri. What the hell? I'm going to carry this game.
Yeah, Fiesta got away from me twice. I would like to take the money I deserve. This is all set up by me, by the way. And Faker doesn't flash. He's just so calm. And this is what we were talking about. You talk about Faker's history, how many games he has recorded in the LCK versus the 19 of Fiesta. Now you just see it in these moments. He just never flinches. Not for a second.
Storm on the left side of the map is just going to zone them all away. As now Fiesta trying to run away from the Zeri. Might be able to get away for now, but Sylvie maybe not as lucky as T1 considering, do we continue to chase or do we just take it as a really nice flash laser comes out from Faker?
There's something about how Faker's playing this season. It's just...
Yeah, so what are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing, buddy? Okay, baits him in, I guess.
I mean, that's what he was doing, but still the risk was high.
I thought the rest of the team would be there for T1, but I think they were trying to take the Rift Herald.
They were. Still going to be able to do so, it looks like here, as Owner has respawned, is coming over. As his Aftershock gets a lot of value in this fight. He lives for so long, and he's a tanky Sejuani, he's got Aftershock, and Faker is in the top lane and has a flank angle here, and when the collapse happens, that's when Faker makes a call. Post haste. And still not safe, by the way.
Poor Sylvie, man. Yeah, I think he's just dead. He flashes. Chaos Storm is down. He is just going to die for the 5th time. He has been bullied so much since level 1. Remember, he had to flash away from the Ashe kiting.
And his job has been to try to let Fiesta and Dundun play the game. But it's really hard because there's a lot of long-range CC that can pick him. And his solo laners get away, but he won't be so lucky, right? As you're saying, Fiesta, you're still not safe. You're still not safe. He's backing out. And Sylvie's down there because he's like, my Sylas needs to farm, right? I need to shadow him so he can do things. He's spotted here. He thinks he has a safe back. He does not. And the predictive ult here from Owner right into the choke. You flash left, it doesn't hurt him.
It did like negative damage. So yeah, they're just going to stand in front of this. We'll see if perhaps Sylvie can redeem himself a little bit with a smite. Look at this, T1 are actually turning. Imagine not flipping in 2023, Wolf. What am I watching? As they dive straight into the Aphelios, and it just doesn't matter. Even if he loves that position, he is just not in a position to carry from here. This should be a clean ace, as they're looking for Sylvie. They're looking for Vital. They will get Sylvie now. It's Vital. Looks like he'll keep himself alive for just a little bit longer.
Wish he had Gale Force. He's like, I got a Gale Force for it. Got a Gale Force for it. Can I get the execute? How many minions
this
can I take?
Just and Zave's just going to go under the turret straight into the Aphelios. Maybe not the best call, but it's fine because Guma is just so fed. He's pressing his buttons. They're going to smack him down with their wallets here at the end of the game, as you always do. And that'll be game number 1 here for the side of T1. As Faker decides, well, I'll give you a little gift. A little parting gift here for game number 1.
Valiant effort from Nongshim, trying to run this Aphelios Nautilus comp into the Zeri, as if they could play it on even footing after giving the Ashe Sejuani. Question is it Ashe or Sejuani who picks up the POG, or is it Faker never pressing flash throughout the early game? I kind of feel like this, for me, I want to give the vote to Carry. It would be very fun.
What? Why?
I feel like it's more likely we see something weird like Carry just plays Lux as real or something like that. I would love to see the Xerath, though.
How about Vel'Koz?
Too risky. Vel'Koz?
Twitch.
Oh,
okay.
Twitch. Okay. We've been waiting for this one. It's... Let's see how he plays it compared to how Barrow played it, because it's a completely different lane, and there is a lot of pressure in this lane. You cannot actually just roam early and leave Ezreal into a Varus Karma. Guma will not be able to survive. Now, Maokai is very difficult to gank pre-6 this lane. They can do it. Obviously, with Twisted Advance, if Keria just AFKs away from the lane and just leaves Guma down to his own devices, you can punish there. But this is a very risky Twitch. In terms of, like, minimizing just looking at the 3v3 in the lanes, the impact here is going to be very low very early on, unless Keria makes
Owner and Keria are in the area.
Baited.
Yep, there is a Sejuani here. Flash comes in, but Sylvie is here as well. There's the freeze on of the Karma, and Peter does not have Flash. So down he goes. First blood to the Twitch supports.
And who says that Varus counters Ezreal? Guma's actually winning the 1v1 on the other side as well. Well, until that moment, but
Cursed. Oh, look at this as well. Fiesta trying to take aggressive trades against Faker, but
oh my god, no way.
this is something that Faker's done many times before. Well, Zero versus LeBlanc. Fiesta dies.
Yeah. Scorch, I believe.
I don't even know what else to say. Like, that is the play. Fiesta dies.
Wants to dodge the Comet and still burns down. Unfortunate, Valdez. Flashless now on the LeBlanc. 16 CS down. It was your dream to face Faker.
This was the counter pick into Azir, by the way. Not to mention this bottom play.
So, Peter knows Curry is there. He showed, he cleared the ward. Peter comes up. He doesn't know Owner's here. No flash. Really just a miscalculation. And yeah, this is just, it's not the trade you want. Gets the root and then stays here. Meanwhile,
okay, they're going to try to go here onto Zeus, who is in a little bit of trouble. They do burst him down, as that is a whole lot of CC between those two. But guess who's here? It's Keria. He's level 3.
I don't know if he should be, though, Valdez. I don't know if he should be.
The Twitch is like, oh, God, I got to run away. He has only the bow for the extra attack speed. And, yeah, you know, maybe that was a little bit overzealous from T1's top side.
Yeah, a little bit, but it's, you know, it's all in good fun, and Karia's trying to make an impact here at level 3. We saw the same with Barrel, where he falls really far behind in experience because he's making an impact everywhere else. The goal of this...
As he will go down to the LeBlanc, just barely.
This game definitely leaves you with a weird taste in your mouth, doesn't it? A lot of overextensions here, a lot of aggressive plays that are backed up by the theory of, okay, we have a lot of people in the vicinity, we have the support Twitch that can roam around really quickly, we should be able to set this up with the Azir turret so that we kill this, instantly Sundis turret, we're safe, we can push through, but a lot of hubris, a lot of over-aggression here in this game for T1. They will be able to grab second Drake here. As Nongshim are unable to identify it's being taken, they do not collapse.
Yeah, I mean, they got the kill, and then Sylvie went topside.
Yeah, it's a solo queue, got to get the gold from the turrets kind of moment. Shadowed. Fiesta is really in a rough spot.
That's Ezreal, by the way. He can use Arcane Shift to get away. That is a lot of damage, though, and he's going to go down!
That's Ezreal, by the way.
That's Ezreal, by the way. Very, very squishy. Keria will be able to pick up the kill on the backside of this, but immediately goes down.
Vital is playing this game really aggressively, and he understands the vulnerabilities of this Ezreal, and Ezreal Twitch, is it a thing? No. Should it be a thing? No. Is it a thing in this game? Yes. Will it be a thing after this game? Probably never again, actually. But Navaris knows how to identify when there's an opportunity, when there's a moment. Guma dodges one of Varus' big and painful skill shots, but cannot dodge the second. Because, yeah, down here, meanwhile, Owner
does really going to punish him on the backside of that. Not able to get the kill as here comes the ult. Oh, man! That was so close.
Doesn't have to flash, luckily, has his distortion back up. Whew, scary moment there, Valdez.
Okay.
Predicting a flash.
Yeah. I suppose it would have looked cool.
He's had some really cool ones this series, so we'll give Vital the benefit of the doubt here. He's like, oh, he's going to predict my flash. Just won't do it. It's not going to hit me. Here comes...
Consistent, not cool ones are the ones that win you games, though. You know?
True, true.
It's just the ones, the guy is standing there, you're like, okay, I'm just going to hit him.
Keria, be very careful. This is one of those games that makes you want to like hold your breath. Like it's it's one of those games that feels like we're watching a game of golf where it's almost turn-based.
Uh-oh. Yeah, he's not in a good spot. Dindin is even going to proc the Ghost. As maybe he can get over a wall with this. He is going to bring the Sejuani with him. Try to get over there, as that is a nice little dash away. And Zante gets away against 3 people.
Guma loses flash here during this. And I don't think Nongshim could start a Baron, but Cassante lives. Guma's flash is down. Small victories, Valdez.
Faker, nice turret, but kind of on the wrong side of this.
Small victories, Valdez.
Yeah. Sylvie.
He doesn't want to advance, or maybe he doesn't have it. Definitely could have been an opportunity there. Force Faker's flash. Can Vital actually finish the job? Is the question. Sylvie's got a sapling in the brush. T1 might just have to back away from this Drake.
A lot of damage here on
Oh!
Faker. The flash and the chains are going to hit, and Fiesta will be able to get the shutdown onto Faker, as the rest of the team is going to come in here and try to burst down this Ocean Drake. Should be able to.
High risk here from T1. High risk. Really high risk for low reward.
Sylvie is here. They're just going to back off of it. It's getting relatively low, but all of T1 are low as well to get in and take the Drake down. That is now 2 Ocean Drakes to the side of Noxum against a bunch of poke.
Yeah, I mean, the way that this could have gone wrong for T1, if they stick on this Drake and they get wiped there and it's a Drake coming through, it's disastrous. Is this ult here, you know, somewhat skeptical about the usage of this because of the objective that's up, but ends up grabbing a turret and they get away. Nobody is punished, and then the turn on to Faker, not ideal from Dundun initially, but then they are able to turn this into a good play. As whenever live comes up like this, you get scared that T1 is doing a Baron.
They're doing the Raptors.
They're not doing Baron, not yet.
Very scary moment as they take the jungle camp. Trying to poke them away, trying to keep them at arm's length. This Faker gets a massive sweep onto 2, but it's only 2 as everybody else is here. And Guma, unfortunately, is just going to get Cassante on the backside. Noxum handled this perfectly. And we're in a really good spot now.
4 kills here and 1,000 gold in the lead as Keria is trying to catch any stray members who are low on health here with this cloak and trying to reveal the angle at which Noxum is going to approach this Baron right now. But he's very vulnerable himself. We'll have to flash the wall. And he's out of here now. T1, 30 seconds on Faker, 10 seconds on Zeus. He has a teleport, but I don't think you can contest this. There's nothing Keria could do on his own.
Well, oh man.
Flash?
It's going to get flashed on, and the turret, or rather the ward here with the teleport might be enough as Zeus is trying to come in and take down Peter. Not quite going to get it, but Fiesta is taking the beating for him. And
pulls him off the
will
Baron.
be enough to take them off the Baron.
Still a teleport committed here. Noxum had plenty of time to back off here as Faker still hasn't respawned. But man, T1 are trying to force some of these plays so hard with his Twitch support onto players like Dundun here. TP comes through, and at this moment, you can make the choice to either just try to back out here slowly or commit Faker's teleport in against the Maokai. You don't know where he is. This is why Maokai is so strong. You can fight in a side with Maokai almost always. Now T1 going to try to sneak this Baron in live. The rest of Noxum should be able to identify this quickly. They're heading over.
This is not going to in a little bit of trouble here because Keria is behind him. But look at that. Fiesta takes out the Ezreal. And yes, Dundun goes down. But at what cost? As everybody on the side of T1 now is going to be totally wiped.
I think we're going to a game 3, Valdez. I think we are going to a game 3. T1 getting a little bit too close to the sun. And Noxum say, we will not be disrespected in this game. We will play it and fight it tooth and nail. And there are going to be some sheepish looks on the T1 players' faces after this game. Twitch support, another loss here. And Noxum Red Force 20 kills to 7, pushing to try to end.
Can they do it is the question. Owner the first to come back. And they've got a pretty nice wave. Sejuani can't really do anything against this. He's desperately trying to hold on. He does not have any help from his teammates who are not up here. He's trying to get on top of Vital. But Vital will have enough. And Keria, he's got an ult. I mean, he's got a chance. There's the Ezreal ultimate. This is a lot of damage on the members, but they just target down the Nexus. And we will have a game number 3.
Peter and Vital had an amazing game of League of Legends. Peter is flashing for roots on this Karma. He's punishing the Twitch multiple times, forcing flashes out of Gumayusi. The accuracy of Vital's arrows on this Varus saved this game. Made Guma look silly for picking this Ezreal comp here into the Varus. And so much of this game was just getting through the part where LeBlanc couldn't do anything, where Dundun couldn't do anything. Right, I wasn't going to say anything. I was like, it doesn't seem right. Baited this so hard. Speaking of baiting.
Nope, gonna miss. Nice little dash.
Swing and a miss.
Good hold from Vital. Strike 1. Here, Dundun's just having a great time.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Well, the early game, obviously, you're kind of a punching bag.
Yeah.
And by kind of, I mean completely.
He has Ignite. If he hit that and he ignited him, I mean,
yeah. And you
Zeus didn't flash. Who knows?
Okay, trying to get level 5 here, very close to it. As you can see, sitting at 90%. Sylvie doesn't have 6, and there's another ward.
He's back.
Here we go again.
And okay.
The bot lane is a 3v3 if you guys haven't been tuning into 13.1.
Here he goes. He's certainly thinking about it. Nope, just going to watch it die as he's going to go in alone. I'm not sure why the Uni is not on him, and now he's just going to potentially die. Gets a second ultimate in there, and there's the bubble onto the poor Zeri. 2 kills now for the side of T1, as Faker is looking for more. And might get a couple very nice, as we are just going on a roller coaster here. If Fiesta is going to get out, somehow.
I mean, he's got a massive disadvantage, but if you're going to take a disadvantage, that is how you do it. That was clean. Pull into the Grump. We're talking a lot about jungle camps in this game. Grump mobility option. We hadn't seen it explored until just now. As yes, I believe Peter should have been on the Wukong if he wanted to go for this play. And he's trying to ult over the wall while the Wukong ult is there, so he's hoping to extend and get that root, but unfortunately, reach a bit too short, as we'll see.
You and me refers to Wukong and his clone.
Yes.
The Yumi. Oh.
He blast plants him away. I didn't actually see that the first time. I thought Peter just didn't attach. That is the most awful interaction that you could ever experience as a...
Love blast plants. Excellent addition to the game. That's going to be the end of Fiesta as well. They finally do get him.
It all comes back to Valdez's hatred of certain specific things.
Yep.
Well, this is a pretty big lead for T1 at this point. 2,500 gold up. Gonna catch this wave here.
T1, a lot of pings, you know, we're seeing a lot of like singular vision here from the side of Jonas Strong.
Where is Sylvie? No ult, so even if he was here, a bit risky.
Well, there is a blue wolf. Will take down Dindin's shield.
The back massage is real.
Yeah.
It's like, thank you, I've been stressed out a lot recently. I was out of the meta for a while, I'm just trying to get back into it slowly.
Fiesta's like, I swear Silas is good! I know that he is!
Good stopwatch. Perfectly timed!
Oh, speaking of... Oh, okay. We're just gonna pretend that didn't happen and move on. Sylvia's taking the Rift Heralds somehow, because they were diving mid.
And Vital's gonna get a whole turret and bounty gold for his team at 14 minutes. So, hey, small victories. And, you know, it's, you know, the new thing to say that's cool in games like this is it could be worse. Is this going to be a 2-stack Drakes? And hey, it's Mountain Soul. Unlucky.
Uh-oh. Silly is just dead again. He has Flash, but he's just not going to use it. Zeus looks pretty angry. That's a very scary Jace, who quite literally just slam dunked on the Wukong.
Yeah, I know you're in the area. I see that Rift Herald announcement, and I'm going to have to punish you. I'm going to have to be the Rift Herald police. We've taken a T1 early game objective. We do not allow that. And we'll have to pay the price.
Aria's going in to take the Krugs. Not actually.
Just hold up.
Around.
You ever seen the Scion flank? This is not Bowser's stream. This is the LCK. This is not Challengers. This is not Challengers Battle. This is not Challengers Chronicle. Here he comes. Here he comes. There he went.
I don't even know what to say. He came and went like the passing of seasons. Dindin is everlasting. And T1...
He will come again.
Just
in a few
at
months.
Him. Yeah, that's... Well, you ever play a game of League of Legends and have over 1,700 gold more in turret plates than your opposing team?
Yes, but not in a pro league.
Yeah, it doesn't happen too often.
Okay, another punish.
Zeus did see him, right? I'm not sure if he did. He's just going to hop onto the minions here. He's not in a great spot, as looks like perhaps finally they will be able to punish Zeus on the bottom side of the map.
Small victories / could be worse. Still no look at the Wolf camp. Hasn't respawned yet. And, well, hey, a little bit of extra gold for the Wukong. Picking it up.
Do you think this is a build that people can get behind?
Which build?
I can't even speak anymore. Game 6. Faker's build? No. Oh no, he built an Oblivion Orb. No, that's
into a Silas. Oh, there's a YouTube video about it already in the works.
Not going to be happy with that.
I can name a few content creators who are already writing the script.
The content is being created right now, as we speak.
I can get
somebody's on ChatGPT right now making a script.
I can get behind everything but the Oblivion Orb, and then I think the Oblivion Orb is also not terrible because it's going to get value against the Zeri as well as the Yuumi in this case.
Yeah, in this case, it's not like just the Sylas, and then you have like it's like Jungle Wukong, who for some reason has like lifeline or something. I don't know.
This might be the one where it's like Faker shows how you should, in caps, build Oblivion Orb as a tier.
You won't believe what Faker built in Game 3.
Faker proves it is viable. This Rift Herald has got a long... Get this, by the way, bounty inhibitor turret plus inner.
All right.
Well, maybe not quite, but almost.
This is an official Keck W macro moment. I mean,
look, it's it's T1.
Should not be happening in
it's
this
T1.
game.
We know their macro is really good. This is
not in that moment.
No.
Everybody makes mistakes.
Yes. Yes. T1 played game 2. That's a recorded game.
Okay, well, they're going to find Fiesta, who decided that the Grump was worth it.
Yes, Zhonya's, and his rod is complete.
Oh, and they're going to find saves here in the brush. A little bit of Yuumi action now. That's a decent amount of damage, and they will get the Jace. And here's Din Din. Little Zeri moment, perhaps? Vital? Oh, no, the Blast Plants! Oh, might not matter. Vital flashes into 3 people and decides, witness me. And he will go down. Guma baits him in, I suppose.
Very close to being a disaster for T1, but they end up turning this around very nicely. And so Guma's bounty is not obtained. The bottom turret still stands there. And over here, we don't get inhibitor. The punish comes through. Fiesta has a lot of armor because of his Zhonya. It's very difficult to take down. Has the Rod of Ages just completed. And then suddenly, there's a Sylvie in that bush.
People are doing Baron, by the way. We should definitely be focusing on this.
Yeah, and there's a big rotation over with Vi Ultimate Stolen. And they can grab this bounty turret, but the base is open for the taking. And I think I know who wins this base.
Guys, your base?
The win condition is the Nexus.
No, Krugs. I must take Krugs.
Notice Din Din is the one who understands the Nexus win condition. He's like, I've killed that one before in a big match. I'm going to make sure I try to defend this one.
Please back. Okay, they do. Finally. And the Nexus turrets are here. There's no Baron, so it's not going to be as fast as it potentially could be. Still got 2 minutes on that one, so T1 not going to take any chances.
Yeah, some request pings for assistance on that top wave. They want to just go over there and push that one through. It's the one place where the map is not completely locked down here for T1. In a minute 30, the objective will spawn. We're going to have a little bit of a slow roll state here.
Pretty obvious, right? But at the same time, you don't really want to get the Sylas in. You really want to get, like, at least Vital in. So that's going to be rough as the engage does come in on Taguma. They're trying to 100-0 him, and they will not be able to. A nice try by Nomsim. A desperate attempt as the Zeri is kiting back very nicely, but the damage, the wall, it's just a little bit too heavy as Zeus will smack him in the face with it. And that will be the clean ace. Nomsim, nice try, but a little bit too far behind. T1
Faker
will take the 2-1 victory tonight.
Faker doesn't even have to ult. It's only Carrier with the tidal wave to say no to that very aggressive dive as Zeus angrily takes his headset off. And this is a series where, it could have been cleaner. It could have been easier.
They're still smiling.
This is the losing team walks away more satisfied than the winning team. As game number 2, again, leaves a weird taste in your mouth. Game number 3, definitely a lot of anger. You could feel it. A clean game of League of Legends from T1 from start to finish. Dotting their I's, crossing their T's, playing it safely. But it's a series where Bengi's going to have a thing or two to say about how that one was played out. And look, T1, with this 2-1, by the way, tie with Gen.G, will not reclaim first place tonight. They, of course, did win the head-to-head, but still, not the place you wanted to be on. You wanted the 2-0 going into this evening of matches.
You absolutely did. I mean, again, we've used this excuse for many a team, and perhaps it is why we have the Circle of Suck. But it's still early in spring, right? And T1 are still trying things. They're having a bit of fun. They took it a bit too far in Game 2, and again, we show this off that any team in the LCK can take a game on any given day if you give them a chance, which T1 did. T1 were ahead. They gave Nomsim a chance. And perhaps they do it now so that they don't do it in the future. Perhaps they can, from here on out, be a bit cleaner, because that's what we expect from our best team, from one of our best teams here in the LCK.
Now the smiles are coming out, and it's like as soon as Faker puts the thumbs up out, that's when you know. That's when you know it's all right. And then you see the ceremony.
It was a pretty aggressive thumb, though.
It was.
You saw it. He was like, "Yeah, we beat him. We proved we are the better team."
For me, it felt like it was one of those moments of like, it's okay. You know, this was
it's under control.
This is a weird one, but like, don't worry, guys. T1 fans have nothing to fear, because that loss in game 2, I'm gonna put my hot take out there. I think it means nothing.